Ladies and gentlemen, Mesdames et Messieurs, please stand for the entrance of Her Honor, Lieutenant Governor, Honorable Antoinette Perry. Please be seated. Bonjour, good morning. My name is Paul Ledwell. I'm Clerk of Executive Council. On behalf of Her Honor, Antoinette Perry, I welcome you this morning to Government House for this swearing-in ceremony. Your Honor, Honorable Premier, Honorable Ministers, Ministers-designate, and guests, Premier McLaughlin has advised Your Honor of his wish to adjust the assignment of executive responsibilities within your government. In his letter to you of this date, he has outlined his recommendations for membership of the Executive Council. And for the benefit of those assembled, I seek your permission, Your Honor, to read the Premier's letter outlining the proposed change. Letter dated January the 10th, 2018, to Honorable Antoinette Perry, Lieutenant Governor, Province of Prince Edward Island, Government House, Charlottetown, PEI. Your Honor, it is submitted for Your Honor's pleasure that the resignations from your Executive Council of Honorable Alan McIsaac and Honorable Alan Roach be accepted. Accordingly, Your Honor, it is my desire to make certain changes to the composition of the Ministry of Provincial Government. First, it is recommended that the following persons, members of the Executive Council of Prince Edward Island, retain the offices to which they were appointed. Honorable H. Wade McLaughlin, Premier and President of the Executive Council, Minister responsible for Intergovernmental Affairs, Minister responsible for Aboriginal Affairs, et Ministre responsable des Affaires acadiens et francophones. Honorable Paula J. Bigger, Minister of Transportation, Infrastructure and Energy, and Minister responsible for the status of women. Honorable Tina M. Mundy, Minister of Family and Human Services. Honorable Sonny Gallant, Minister of Workforce and Advanced Learning. Honorable Pat W. Murphy, Minister of Rural and Regional Development. Further, it is proposed that the following persons, also members of the Executive Council, be appointed to the offices indicated. Honorable Robert L. Henderson, to be Minister of Agriculture and Fisheries. Honorable Robert J. Mitchell, to be Minister of Health and Wellness. Honorable J. Heath McDonald, to be Minister of Finance. Honorable Jordan K. M. Brown, to be Minister of Education, Early Learning and Culture, and Minister of Justice and Public Safety and Attorney General. And further respecting the ministry, it is submitted for Your Honor's pleasure that the persons hereinafter named be chosen and summoned to be members of the Executive Council of Prince Edward Island and appointed to the offices indicated. Richard E. Brown, to be Minister of Communities, Land and Environment. Chris Palmer, to be Minister of Economic Development and Tourism. All of which is respectfully submitted by H. Wade McLaughlin, Premier and President of the Executive Council. Your Honor, do you accept these recommendations?
With pleasure.
Would you please sign the letter to confirm your acceptance? Merci. Thank you, Your Honor. It is now necessary that certain oaths be sworn. Specifically, it is necessary that the oath of allegiance, oath of ministerial office, and oath of confidentiality be sworn by Mr. Brown, Honorable Henderson, Honorable Mitchell, Honorable McDonald, Honorable Brown, and Mr. Palmer, who are being summoned to join the Executive Council. Your Honor, I'd be pleased to administer these oaths on your behalf.
Yes, thank you.
I would now call Richard Brown to come forward, place his right hand on the Bible, and to swear your oaths.
I, Richard E. Brown, swear that I will faithfully and bear true allegiance to Her Majesty the Queen Elizabeth II, her heirs and successors according to law. I further swear that I will serve Her Majesty faithfully and honestly, and that I will do the best of my skills, knowledge, and judgment, execute the laws of this province and the responsibilities, powers, and trusts granted to me as Minister of Community Lands and Environment for Prince Edward Island. I further swear that I will keep confidential all matters addressed by Executive Council, and that I will not disclose any such matters to any person other than a member of Executive Council, except as authorized by it or as required by lawful discharge of my duties. So help me God.
Now I'll call on the Honorable Robert Henderson to come forward to place his hand on the Bible and swear these oaths.
I, Robert L. Henderson, swear I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, her heirs and successors according to law. I further swear that I will serve Her Majesty faithfully and honestly, and that I will, to the best of my skill, knowledge, and judgment, execute the laws of this province and the responsibilities, powers, and trusts granted to me as Minister of Agriculture and Fisheries for Prince Edward Island. And I further swear that I will keep confidential all matters addressed by the Executive Council, and that I will not disclose any such matters to any person other than a member of the Executive Council, except as authorized by it or as required in the lawful discharge of my duties. So help me God.
Honorable Robert Mitchell, please come forward. Place your right hand on the Bible and swear these oaths if you would.
I, Robert J. Mitchell, swear that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, her heirs and successors, according to law. I further swear that I will serve Her Majesty faithfully and honestly, and that I will, to the best of my skill, knowledge, and judgment, execute the laws of this province and the responsibilities, powers, and trusts granted to me as Minister of Health and Wellness for Prince Edward Island. And I further swear that I will keep confidential all matters addressed by the Executive Council, and that I will not disclose any such matters to any person other than a member of the Executive Council, except as authorized by it or as required in the lawful discharge of my duties. So help me God.
Honorable Heath McDonald, please come forward. Place your right hand on the Bible and take these oaths.
I, J. Heath McDonald, swear that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, her heirs and successors according to law. I further swear that I will serve Her Majesty faithfully and honestly, and that I will, to the best of my skill, knowledge, and judgment, execute the laws of this province and the responsibilities, powers, and trusts granted to me as Minister of Finance for Prince Edward Island. And I further swear that I will keep confidential all matters addressed by the Executive Council, and that I will not disclose any such matters to any person other than a member of the Executive Council, except as authorized by it or as required in lawful discharge of my duties. So help me God.
Honorable Jordan Brown, would you please come forward? Place your right hand on the Bible and take these oaths.
I, Jordan K.M. Brown, swear that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, her heirs and successors according to law. I further swear that I will serve Her Majesty faithfully and honestly, and that I will, to the best of my skill, knowledge, and judgment, execute the laws of this province and the responsibilities, powers, and trusts granted to me as Minister of Education, Early Learning and Culture, and Minister of Justice and Public Safety, and Attorney General for Prince Edward Island. And I further swear that I will keep confidential all matters addressed by the Executive Council, and that I will not disclose any such matters to any person other than a member of Executive Council, except as authorized by it or as required in the lawful discharge of my duties, so help me God.
Chris Palmer, would you please come forward, place your right hand on the Bible and swear these oaths.
I, Chris Palmer, swear that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, her heirs and successors, according to law. I further swear that I will serve Her Majesty faithfully and honestly, and that I will, to the best of my skill, knowledge, and judgment, execute the laws of this province and the responsibilities, powers, and trusts granted to me as Minister of Economic Development and Tourism for Prince Edward Island. And I further swear that I will keep confidential all matters addressed by Executive Council, and that I will not disclose any such matters to any person other than a member of the Executive Council, except as authorized by it or as required in the law discharge of my duties. So help me God.
Your Honor, this concludes the swearing of oaths. I would now call on Premier H. Wade McLaughlin to address the gathering.
Your Honor, this is a day that's about the team, and I'm going to invite my colleagues to come and join us here. So I'll make a few remarks. Why don't you come up this way, folks, and we'll have a stand. You got some room there? Yeah. Good morning. Bonjour. Very acceptable. Your Honor, thank you for your hospitality today, and thank you for the important role that you play in our constitutional democracy, the swearing in of your ministers. Nous reconnaissons le rôle important que vous jouez dans notre système de démocratie constitutionnelle. To family and friends and supporters who are gathered with us today, thank you for your support. Family is a very important part in our ability to serve. To the media and to community and to our province, we thank our fellow citizens for the opportunity to serve. To colleagues in caucus and cabinet, I thank you for your efforts and the sacrifices that you make. It's an honor to serve and to work together. And let's not underestimate the extent to which that involves the significant commitment, dedication, and sacrifice. To cabinet colleagues, those who have served, those taking on new responsibilities today, this is a further level of service and collective leadership involved in serving the people of Prince Edward Island and in working together to move our province forward. Our government is approaching the 3rd anniversary of our election in May of 2015, and we have accomplished much of our mandate. With today's new cabinet and the strong team that we form as a caucus, we recognize that we have been able to achieve much as a government and as a province, and we recognize that there is more to do. To take 2 areas, in finance, we had a 2016-17 budget that was effectively balanced. A 2017-18 budget that is in balance, an historic achievement, all while making important new investments in people and services. We have a Prince Edward Island economy that is the strongest in the Atlantic region and that leads or is in the top ranks of provinces nationally by important measures. In the most recent jobs report, we learned that in 2017 our province saw the creation of 4,200 new full-time jobs and led the country by a long shot in doing so, and that we had a net gain of 2,800 new jobs leading the country among the provinces. In agriculture and fisheries, we are, you might say, firing on all cylinders, putting our province on the map as Canada's food island, and creating sustainable prosperity and contributing to strong communities throughout Prince Edward Island. In all areas and across our work, we are building confidence. Confidence among islanders that we have opportunities. This is reflected in our population at the end of 2017 exceeding 153,000 people, ahead of the targets of our population action plan. Births outnumbering deaths. Median age population of Prince Edward Island declining in 2017 for the first time since 1968. Tell you a couple of stories one from the day before yesterday. I was standing at an airport service desk rearranging a flight that had been canceled. It's a story of weather in winter. And standing beside me was a young woman who was also reorganizing her flight. She's an engineer from a family from Eastern Kings, a well-known family. She's been working away, and she's recently moved home to work in her field in the Georgetown area in a firm that's growing in advanced manufacturing, an indication of how our province is moving forward in all parts of the province. Yesterday, we met with the new owner of one of our most successful and large companies in the Summerside area. That firm, which has 42 locations worldwide, the parent firm, has done its due diligence about its location here and its team here in Prince Edward Island. And they're very clear that they are looking for a location where they can grow, and notably told us that in the course of their due diligence and in the comparison of 42 sites internationally, they were impressed by the skills, the work ethic, and the loyalty of the workforce here in Prince Edward Island. And that's coming from a company that is here intending to grow and knows what it means to do its due diligence. We recognize that we have further work to do as a government and as a province to capitalize on our momentum and to ensure that as many islanders as possible share in a common sense of opportunity. We recognize that the need to ensure that islanders who are vulnerable or who have needs feel confident that they are part of a community where we support each other and share. Today marks an important step on our continued path as a government, a path of hard work, a path of dedication to the task of serving Prince Edward Islanders and moving our province forward, of working together and of building confidence. It's a path of continuing to build a sustainable economy, a sustainable population, a talented workforce, and a strong sharing Prince Edward Island with strong communities throughout our province. And I think of two ways in which this is an important day. One, we're gathered here at Fanning Bank, a historic site for government in our province going back to 1834, a site where our continued constitutional democracy has been able to evolve, to attract talent, to commit to the task at hand, and to do so in a spirit and with the confidence of peace and prosperity. And as we look around the world, it's something that we can truly appreciate and something that we take as an opportunity and a framework within which our province continues to do well and we continue to serve. The second, Your Honour, reflection goes back to yesterday when we had conversations about the friendship and the collegiality and the shared dedication. And I'll say the humanity, and indeed it was the humanity that stood out as we talked about the changes that we're making and recognized the contributions that colleagues have made and the responsibilities that we take on going forward. And I think it's something that perhaps doesn't come out as fully or as often as it might. This is about service. It's about friendship and partnership. It's about working together. And ultimately, it's about a sense of who we are and the humanity that we continue to build among ourselves and for our province. So this is a great day. And every day is a great day when we are given the opportunity to serve, the opportunity to work together and lead our province, and to do so on behalf of our fellow islanders and a positive future. Thank you. Merci. Olá. Great. We're going to let the governor a chance to speak now. We'll go back to our seats.
We'll see. A little less glamour there.
Thank you, Premier. I would now call on Her Honor Antoinette Perry to offer remarks. Your Honor.
Thank you. I offer my congratulations to you on your appointments. Best wishes to you as you assume your responsibilities as member of the Executive Council. Alors, j'aimerais vous féliciter. Je vous souhaite plein de succès dans tous vos œuvres pour rendre la vie meilleure pour tous les insulaires. Alors, je vous félicite pour ça. And to the audience, thank you for your support, ladies and gentlemen, to these fine people who are in public service. A very honourable and very important role for them. And this then concludes the formal proceedings at Government House. I invite you to join us for refreshments in the dining room over here while official photos are being taken. But before we do that, please join with me in offering our congratulations to the Premier and his cabinet.